Strength training requires discipline and organization to maximize long-term progress. One key aspect of this organization is how you structure your training sessions, usually weekly, also known as your training split. There are many well-established training splits, each with their own pros and cons, but nothing forces you to follow a specific one. That being said, especially for beginners, having a structured and proven plan can be extremely beneficial. Today, I'll introduce you to 3 of the most popular gym splits, helping you make an informed choice. With number 1, the full body split. As the name suggests, a full body split targets all major muscle groups in each session. It is commonly recommended for beginners as the limited number of exercises per muscle group encourages a focus on multi-joint fundamental exercises. Typically, this split consists of 3 training sessions. It can be effective on its own or combined with another training method as long as it's programmed correctly. For example, for certain athletes. About the pros, it trains each muscle group 3 times a week without excessive strain, which aligns well with beginner progress. It helps novices master foundational movement without unnecessary complexity. It leaves plenty of time for recovery, reducing fatigue and injury risk. It is a great way to ease into gym training. 3 weekly sessions provide consistency without overwhelming your schedule. And finally, it is easily adaptable to incorporate both strength and hypertrophy work, which makes it suitable for various goals. Now about the cons. While intermediate and advanced lifters can still benefit from this split, many will find greater advantages in more specialized routines. Also, it reaches its limitations relatively quickly, and as you progress, these drawbacks may start to outweigh the benefits. Overall, a full body split is a solid choice, especially if you're enjoying your progress. Stick with it as long as it serves your goals while maintaining realistic expectations and staying consistent. Number 2, upper-lower split. The upper-lower split divides your training into upper body and lower body sessions, typically performed 4 times a week. For example, upper-lower rest, upper-lower weekend. It's often seen as a natural progression from the full body split and can eventually be paired with another training method, even though it represents a higher training load in itself. About the pros, it allows for increased training volume per muscle group and introduces isolation exercises. Also, with 2 weekly training sessions for each half of the body, it balances intensity and recovery effectively. 4 training days a week is a manageable frequency for most people regardless of experience level. Finally, it expands exercise variety, allowing for more tailored programming to suit personal preferences or specific needs. Now the cons. While recovery is generally well optimized, combining this split with another training method requires solid programming and load management. Also, it shifts the focus slightly from movement-based training to more muscle isolation work, which may or may not align with your goals. Number 3, the push-pull leg split, also called PPL. This split divides your training into 3 categories. The push, so mainly chest, triceps and shoulders. The pull, mainly back and biceps. And legs, so quads, hamstrings, glutes, calves, you name it. Repeating this cycle twice a week will result in a 6-day training schedule. This split is particularly favored by dedicated gym goers who train frequently. To talk about the pros, it dedicates weekly 2 full sessions to each muscle group, which allows for comprehensive strength work, but also hypertrophy and injury prevention. Also, just like the upper-lower split, it balances workload and recovery at the muscle level. Now about the cons. Global recovery can be challenging as training 6 days per week is demanding. It requires experience and a solid recovery capacity, which takes time to develop. If programming and intensity management are not well optimized, the high volume can lead to overtraining and increased injury risk. It is not ideal for beginners. Prioritizing volume over intensity too soon can hinder progress. So, if you choose a PPL split, make sure your program is well structured and that you can handle the overall workload without compromising recovery. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, suggestions or anything else, you can drop a comment down below or contact me straight through my social medias. The links are in the description of the video. And if you want to work with me as your strength and conditioning coach or personal trainer, you can contact me through the same social medias. I'll see you next Sunday, and until then, train hard, stay consistent, and never forget, make yourself proud.